there's a place to go. Grab a stab of rock with Mike and the Bad Metal Man. Grab a stack of rock and hold on tight as hard as you can. Keyboard's here, it's time for a party. Come and see, got the comment started. Grab a stack of rock with Mike and the Bad Metal Man. Grab a stack of rock and hold on tight as hard as you can. Grab a stack of rock with Mike and the Bad Metal Man. Grab a stack of rock and hold on tight as hard as you can. Grab a stack of rock. Grab a stack of rock.
Welcome to the show, Chris
Hello.
Preston, John T. Snow.
Hello. Hey, Chris. How are you?
Greetings, gentlemen. Nice to meet you, John.
Nice to meet you.
Well, Mike and I, we haven't met face to face, but nice to meet you, Mike.
Now
Officially,
we have.
this is fantastic.
And Chris, I've been following you on Twitter for quite some time. You are known as the guy who has the correct release dates for everything.
I definitely try. 99% of the time, yeah. And if I don't have accurate information and data to confirm and validate, then I don't put up the date.
That's right. That's right. I've seen you do like just vague kind of in September.
Yeah.
And John,
it's a passion of mine. I'm big on all of that geeky stuff, stats and charts and all the rest of it.
I wonder if we'll hear any of that knowledge tonight. Now, John T. Snow, thank you for joining us, especially because you are not feeling the greatest today.
Oh, no.
I have COVID. So,
oh, John. Oh,
yeah,
no.
I'm on the downs. I'm getting better.
Okay,
So
good.
the fever's gone. But as you'll be able to hear in the voice, and I'm not quite 100%, but it's Leppard. I didn't want to miss this.
You're a trooper, man.
Yeah.
And just to plug what John's doing right now on tooloudtooledmusic.com, he is doing the Def Leppard complete album review series, and you just finished. Oh God, it's escaping me.
I just did the UK version of the best of.
I read that today.
And then so it's not real. I'm going through everything I have in my collection. So I've got like 80 pieces or so. So I've been going each and every one. So we're getting closer to the end.
Yes, we're closer to the end.
I still probably have 5-6 more months of doing one a week to go. So
I like that you guys both tackle the Def Leppard. Like Mike, I know you've done a big review series too.
Yeah, I quit after the last one I did was the 2015 self-titled, and because the next couple of releases were those big 5-disc box sets, like the O2 one. You know, it's like, and it just became insurmountable in my brain, and I haven't picked it up again. Right. But I may jump back into it. My enthusiasm may rise after today's show.
After this, you'll get re-inspired with some Leppard inspiration. Hopefully we got lots of people popping in, lots of Def Leppard fans to.
I hope so. We have Henry in the house. And anybody else in the house, please speak up. Now, Chris, because this is your first time on the show, and I know you primarily as a Def Leppard fan, although you're obviously deep into Lee Aaron and The Warning too.
Yep.
But I'm kind of curious, in a nutshell, what is your entry point into Def Leppard?
I thought you might ask me that, so I was actually prepared. So I was familiar with Def Leppard. So I grew up in the 80s, right? 80s rock. I started out as a fan of, pop music in the early 80s. And then in the mid 80s, kind of got more into hard rock as that became kind of more out there in the mainstream. And, it was becoming the Sunset Strip scene was becoming big and all the rest of it. So I had heard Photograph probably, 85, 86. Didn't own anything Def Leppard music-wise until the summer of 1987. And I saw the video for Women on Much Music in August of 87. And I immediately ran out and bought this. This is the very first piece of Def Leppard media. First album, first 45, everything. This is the original one that I bought at A&A Records and Tapes in the Northgate Square in North Bay, the 45. This is the very first piece of any Def Leppard merchandise I owned, and that started the ball rolling. So Hysteria for me was what really captured me as a fan. I wore through, I think, 3 cassettes. The album, the LP, I don't know where it is. It's long since gone and dead. But that was that was the big moment where I became a fan. And then that got cemented as that they were my favorite band with Adrenalize in 92. And then it's just been since then.
Off to the races.
Off to the races, yeah. Anything Def Leppard related, you can see I've got behind me here. Pillow. Nice pillow for my chair. That's something I bought off an auction. It was in a store. I've got a far bigger one for X. Got my lithograph here. There's a Def Leppard VIP photo right on the wall here that you can't see of me with the band, which I've posted many times. And then all up here on the side is all my Def Leppard tapes and CDs and albums and 45s. I've got about 400 pieces.
Wow.
So it's still growing. As I think I sent you a note, Mike, that I just got I placed another order, and I've got another 5 items coming from the US this coming week.
So obviously, for time reasons, we've decided to focus on CDs. I mean, this could be one of many series here, but
sure.
We'll just focus on CDs for today, and in particular, the rare of the rare. Right. Now, John, what was your entry point into Def Leppard?
My entry was actually the debut album.
Wow.
Through the Night. My brother had bought it, and so I remembered seeing that big old 18-wheeler on the cover. And then years later, I actually drew that for art class, and cool. It's somewhere in an attic. I still have that picture, though.
You got to get that out.
But that was the intro, and I loved that album. I remember hearing High and Dry, but what really sealed the deal for me was Power Mania. Yeah. So that was probably the first album that I bought. And then I got High and Dry, but I didn't get High and Dry until the re-release with the 2 extra bonus tracks. And then eventually I went back and got On Through the Night on my own. Now that the vinyl that my brother had, I still have it.
Awesome.
The bad thing about it is when you're a kid and you don't really understand things. When I drew the picture for art class, I boxed it so I could draw little sections at a time, so the pencil marks are still on the cover. But I still do have it. Yeah.
Apparently, I did the same with the Kiss logo on Kiss Killers, because I can see the embossment marks of a pencil.
Oh yeah. But I will never get rid of that one. Well, no one would buy it, but I will never get rid of that one for that story alone.
Of course,
what it means to me and stuff. So.
Of course, yeah.
So.
That's awesome.
It's worth more than the value of it would be.
Yeah, right. Of course. All right. Well, why don't we get started, Chris? You're the guest of honor tonight. Yes. So I figure, why don't we just go around a few times? You will have more to show than I will, and I'm not going to bother duplicating too much of your stuff. So why don't you start with round 1? We'll call it.
Okay. So I pulled out 30, 40 items that I thought would be unique, but I can always reach up and grab something if I,
of course,
right. It's all right here. So, I thought, do we go chronologically so they're in order? Or do we go just randomly? So we're not really, you know what? I'm going to go random.
Yeah, let's do random.
Let's do random to keep it so people aren't like, oh, it's going to be this first.
One of my critics of the show once called it random and chaotic. So we're going for random and chaotic tonight. It's a pyromania.
Let's jump to what I just talked about, my, getting introduced to the band via Hysteria. And I picked this up. You guys are going to, yes, exactly.
Sorry, I'm just doing background.
Yeah. You guys are going to remember these. This is one version of these.
Long box.
This is a copy in the old CD long boxes.
Here, we're doing a zoom
in. Came out in the late 80s.
Yes.
When vinyl was no longer being carried in record stores, and they needed to figure out how to display CDs in the vinyl bins, right? In the record bins. So they went to these long boxes. So this one is a US version. There's the back.
That is crazy.
It's not opened, but it's not in the best of shape. There's some cracks and stuff on it. So this version was the first kind of iteration of long boxes where it's just this plastic, very bad for the environment packaging, right? So I picked this up a couple years ago because I can't believe that long box stuff is going for what it is on eBay these days, and I kicked myself for having thrown out the long boxes that I bought.
Right,
they're actually fetching a pretty penny. So this was a great find, U.S. Mercury copy from a gentleman in the U.S. And I just love the full kind of artwork with the tracks listed on the front.
Yeah.
So
now that's a completely different, well, not completely different, but a little different from the old Canadian long boxes that I remember, where they would have the compact disc in the bottom part and then the booklet in the top part.
Yeah,
I remember those very well.
Yeah, there were a few different types of long boxes that the record companies did. And I'll show you later what another version looks like.
Perhaps one of these cardboard long boxes that Henry is referring to. And Henry, if we don't have one tonight, I can show you one. I have an AC/DC. Oh, that's cool. Do you want to do more? Do a few more in your first round?
Yeah, sure. Let's do another one. Let's jump to the next one, from the Adrenalize album, which I read your review, John. I know you've soured on that.
I don't like that album, but that's okay.
I played it yesterday, and I'm warmer on it now than I was in 1992.
I love it. I've always loved it. It's the first time I saw them live. Went down to Maple Leaf Gardens and saw them in the round on the 7-day weekend tour. And this is a good time. Well, Hysteria had CD stuff and CD singles, which we'll get into, but Adrenalize had a whack of stuff on CD put out. So one of my favorite songs from the album is Stand Up, Kick Love Into Motion, which was released as a single in North America, but not in the UK. They got Heaven Is instead.
I've never seen this version.
Yeah, so this is a cool one. This one is UK promo CD, and when you open it up, this is France. This is Paris.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, this is a French copy. So this is a promo CD.
Oh, no way!
Wow. They do stand up,
Chris.
Right?
I'm not even kidding here. I just got like a chill up my spine
when I did that.
Whoa! That is okay. Now I'm putting that on my want list.
I give you full points for presentation tonight. It's some guests have struggled a bit with getting everything on camera, but that was just spine tingling.
Glad to have done that to you, Mike. This is a French copy. So
one track promo.
It was here. So you can see there, it was kind of put out promoting the May 24th show.
I see that.
In Paris, which is interesting. So it's only got Stand Up, Kick Love Into Motion on it. That's it. And on the front, just called Stand Up.
Weird.
Interesting.
I get maybe that's how they were trying to promote it in shorthand for the radio.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is that song was not released as a single over there. Instead, they got Heaven Is. We got Heaven Is just as a video and rock radio, but not as a physical single.
Interesting. I'm going to just give you guys a warning. That shot of you opening it up, that's definitely going into the next version of the show intro. That was just too cool. Okay, let's do one more. Give me one more.
Okay, one more. Let's stick with some promo stuff. So this is from the album Sparkle Lounge, the Sparkle Lounge album. Songs from the Sparkle Lounge. First single was featuring Tim McGraw.
Yes.
And it was 9 Lives.
9 times. Yeah, that's a good song.
Which I quite liked. The Joe only version is quite good as well.
That's my go-to version, honestly. I just like Joe's delivery.
Yeah, I just prefer Joe.
Exactly. So this one is a promo copy as well, which gets into obviously showing kind of from the forthcoming album. But the cool thing about this one is this has on the back the sticker
Wow.
that went to, so this was given out to rock radio, right? And to the people in the industry to promote it. So you've got a blurb there. They're delighted to announce the imminent release of the new Def Leppard album. This is a sample track, Britain's greatest arena rock band. And there it actually gives you the names of the gentlemen. And remember that btinternet.com?
Oh my God. And I'll point out there, you have backup for the actual release date of this single.
Exactly, right? That's where you find this kind of stuff.
That's cool. All right, John, why don't we go over to you for a bit?
Yeah, I'm anxious to see what you guys have. I'm going to be writing things down on my list too.
I'm going to preface this that I don't have a lot of rare stuff. I more collect Kiss and stuff, but Def Leppard's like my second collection. Yep. So for right now, I'm just trying to get stuff. But I do have something I don't know if you have. You might. It's the only rare thing. It is a promo for when love and hate collide and can't keep away from the flame. From Mercury. There's no insert or anything, and it's just the disc.
That's fantastic.
So that is the.
I don't have that one.
I've never ever seen it before. My neighbor had it, and he goes, "You like Def Leppard? Here, you want this?" Yeah, sure, I'll take it. So that's how I came across this one.
I've never seen that before either. I've seen similarly packaged singles, but never that one.
Yeah, I've never ever seen it. It's on Discogs, so I know it exists. Yeah. But that's probably the rarest piece that I have, just because it's not something you're going to come across.
No,
on a regular basis. You kind of have to stumble across it by accident, I think.
Yeah, promo copies are always interesting to find out there, just because, they weren't mass produced. They were sent to rock radio, and like you said, they're typically, you don't see them.
No. And especially, that's awesome. Yeah, so this was for Vault when that came out. Now, this isn't rare, but you did mention Adrenalize. I do have Tonight as the CD single, so not very rare.
Great song.
Yeah, probably my second favorite on that album, the first being Stand Up.
Yeah, Stand Up is one of the better ones on that one, and this is a good one. So so really nothing on that one. And then we did mention this is the UK version, the best of. This was not released in the States. It actually comes with the slipcase, but mine does not. 2 CD set.
Mine
mine doesn't have a slipcase either.
Oh, okay. I thought it was supposed to have it on there when I ordered it, but it did not come with it. And then when I went back and looked at how he wrote about it, it was not. He said it wasn't in there. I just missed that. But the first disc is basically the Vault with some minor changes. So, but disc 2's got a lot more of the non-common songs, some of the deeper cuts. But yeah, that one, this one came out a year before. What was it? Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages.
That came out. That's the US version of this. They've just tweaked a couple different songs. This was right before came out, so they had a song. This one has Waterloo Sunset on it, which hadn't been released yet. So that was, and I love that song, and I think that they do a great cover of the Kinks song. So,
it's fantastic.
Yeah, so that's my other, not rare, but it's not a common one here in the States. Yeah,
exactly.
I had to import that for $40 or whatever it cost back then.
Wow, I think I paid 15.
I bought it back then though. I think did you say you bought yours more recently or?
Yeah, I bought that within the last couple of years.
Yeah, so I bought it as a new release from the UK with all the shipping and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I was just looking for my copy. It's around here, but I don't see it immediately.
Mine's up there too. It's a good compilation.
I prefer that cover to the American cover. No,
I love the Rock of Ages. Well, now we got to show that cover, right?
Yeah.
I like the cover of Rock of Ages.
I like the best stuff because it kind of gives me this kind of Whitesnake Hugh Syme kind of vibe. But
I like that cover.
Yeah, that's a great cover.
That is awesome.
That's got the eyeball motif and it's got the Union Jack. Yeah.
Yeah. It just jumps a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well, it does jump a lot more. I guess I find the other one more understated and more retroactive kind of in color palette. And I don't know. We're free to disagree.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll take the liberty of taking a turn. And this one here, you guys might not have because it too is a promo, but it's a much better promo than the average. And it is women again. We are seeing women again. And you can see promo CD not for sale.
Oh,
And Chris has it. But this one's kind of cool because it has B-sides, which is rare for promo singles.
Yeah.
And of course, Tear It Down is a song that would come up later, wouldn't it?
It would indeed.
And I have a few other Hysteria singles. Probably nothing overly unique. These are all probably the common versions of these singles. But you guys had mentioned the Sparkle Lounge album, which I know some people find it. I wouldn't call it controversial, that album, but some people I love it, and some people are like, it bores the crap out of me.
Yeah.
I ended up buying it twice.
Yeah.
Once in that deluxe edition with the DVD, and then this one I don't think either of you guys have. I have the Japanese version.
Japanese.
That's what I need.
And there's yours is sealed still.
Mine is sealed. Has not been opened.
Now, it's been a while since I've played this, but this one has 2 bonus tracks, and they are Love, the piano version,
right,
and the Just Joe version of 9 Lives.
Yes.
Both worth getting back then, but now you can get them on one of those box sets, the third one, I believe, on the Rarities bonus CD.
I'm actually reviewing that this weekend.
There you go.
Perfect.
I actually played a lot of Def Leppard this week, and that was one of the discs. I played all the B-sides and Rarities discs this week.
Yeah,
but, I like this album.
It's good. It's a good album.
I will say I like it more today than I did when it came out. I've softened to it a little bit. It's still not anywhere near my favorites. And like most people probably disagree, I like X better.
Yeah, don't get me started on that. That's a whole other show.
Okay, so my last CD for this round is a CD that John reviews last week or the week before, but it's Joe's Cybernauts.
Oh yeah,
Bowie side project where he had the Spiders from Mars as his backing band, and this is the 2 CD edition as well.
I need to get that.
It came originally with a black inner tray, but because it has graphics behind it, I chose to swap it out with a clear one. I always do that when there's graphics behind. I want those graphics to pop.
Mine is clear.
Ah, yours came that way.
Mine came that way. Yeah.
Interesting. That's the way it should be. Anyway, this is a great CD. John just reviewed it. As I said, I reviewed it in the past as well. But this is the version that you really kind of want to find.
Yes.
And
I will need to find that.
Yeah, that one's got the second one. Second disc is the studio tracks.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great album. Joe's stuff he does on the side is like Down and Outs too is really good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this brings us back to you, Chris.
All right, sir. Well, let's pull out some. Let's do something that's really unusual that I was really happy to find. This format never really got widespread appeal out there in the market.
Format.
This
what
format.
Do you mean format. Oh, yes. The 3-inch.
The tiny little CD3s, they called it. You can see down there.
Wow.
And look at the size of the disc, right?
I love these.
That's crazy.
And for those who don't know, they used to also sell these little adapter rings where you could put them in a regular size CD tray. But almost all CD trays in the world do have a little 3-inch inlay.
They do. Yeah, they do. So it's playable with my equipment. This is a US edition. I don't remember even seeing any 3-inch CDs in Canadian stores.
I saw them once on a trip into a local store called it was either Dr. Disc or it was Encore Records. I can't remember which. One of those two had a little tiny rack of all European releases, 3-inch CDs.
Right.
And I never bought any then. I have them now.
So this is not how it came. It was in, I'll show you another example.
Oh.
This would have been packaged in almost like a...
It's like a little long box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because, I mean, how are you going to display this, right? As it sits like this. So that was a really cool find when I found it. I was like, oh my God, I got to get that.
I love 3-inch CDs. I love them.
It's awesome. And it's got Rocket and Women Live, which is what you would have received on the 45 as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, keep going. Let's do 3. We'll do 3 and for as long as we can.
Okay.
Although I kind of have a request also for Chris, not for this round, but I'm kind of wondering, you have that Adrenalized CD singles box set, don't you? John just...
That's my want list. I want that one.
Okay, so it's coming up as okay. My request will be granted. Okay.
This is another, it will be granted for sure. This is another cool one that I didn't know existed from the retroactive time frame around there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
it's a tin of 2 Steps Behind. So back just has the barcode on it, and then you crack it open, and it's got the CD. So 2 Steps Behind, Tonight, and
Tonight acoustic.
Tonight,
is it?
No,
it doesn't say.
No.
And SMC, which is beautiful. That is acoustic. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and then the backer card in there as well, right? So this was a really I had never seen the tin. This is a UK release on Phonogram, but I had never seen the tin, and I was like, oh my God, I had no idea that was even out there. So it was.
No, me neither.
Pick this one up for sure. Really cool.
Tin singles were very rare. I only have one, which is a Van Halen.
I was going to say, don't tell me.
Yeah.
I have
no. Yes. Oh. No. It's the second single. What's the second single?
What was the second single?
It wasn't Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do. It was Can't Stop Loving You.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's the only other tin I have. Okay. And then number 3 for this round. This is still sealed. This is I think, again, a European copy. This is really interesting. So it is a 2 for 1.
Yeah. I've seen that on Discogs when I was scanning through.
Yeah, Hysteria and Adrenalize. And there you've got it's sealed. I haven't opened it. And it's just in, it's just that cardboard sleeve. So you open it up, and I'm assuming it's just the 2 discs are in there. There wouldn't be much artwork. This was a European release.
Wild.
Really different.
Yeah.
I know. This was actually a 2008. This came out. I remember in the 80s there were some double cassettes put out of a few albums, right?
Yes.
There was a
Judas Priest.
Judas Priest.
Attic Records.
Van Halen one.
Tim Derling's got a few on his channel as well that he has.
Right. So that, again, I don't think they ever released this kind of stuff over here in North America, but you never know. This is a European copy.
That's wild. And the nice thing is, because you have those albums, you can keep it sealed.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing, right? A lot of them still are.
Wow. Okay, John, what you got next?
We had mentioned the album, Yeah. And at Best Buy here, they had a bonus disc.
Yes.
It's the bonus CD with some backstage interviews. So you got a handful of more songs, and it won't focus. Yeah, there you go. Got American Girl, Search and Destroy, Space Oddity, Dear Friends, and Heartbeat. The songs are fantastic. Dear Friends is really cool because I think that one has Sav.
It does. It's so good.
It's really good. Search and Destroy, Phil does. I think these were like maybe they're demos because on Dear Friends, Rick Savage does all the instruments and the vocals. Search and Destroy, Phil does.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, that's right. Each one is like member centric kind of thing.
Just a fantastic little piece to get all those. Of course, I did not buy my original copy at Best Buy, so I didn't get the bonus CD. I got that recently, actually.
I love American Girl on that. Their version of American
So
Girl.
good. That's with Phil singing, I think.
Really
Yes.
good. Really good.
He's got a good vocal.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I love his man raise.
That's awesome. I don't have that. I don't have that exact version.
I love this comment from Mike. I love hearing the gas from John and Mike. Dude, wait till we see this Adrenalized box set.
Yeah.
And John, one other thing about that, is that as good as the Def Leppard box sets are, those interview tracks are not on them. Those are exclusive to that CD.
Correct. They were not on that. Yes. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. The songs are on the collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? There were a lot of bonus tracks from including downloads and I think maybe even Target or something like that. But the box set's got all the songs.
Yeah. If you read my reviews of I think I mentioned all the different
There's a lot
versions that you have to buy to get all the tracks and stuff. So if you bought this, it helped you get a bunch of the tracks, but it still doesn't give you everything.
That's right.
All right. My next one is a twofer. They are the Japanese releases for Diamond Star Halos.
I'll get mine out too as we do this.
And there are two because they each had a different bonus track. So we had to do that. You have it too?
I don't have the Japanese version.
Okay. I like, and this cover I thought was okay, but I really like it colored in.
Yeah.
I prefer that too. I've got that one really non-Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's much better colored.
So you get these two, you end up getting all the, I think this is all the bonus tracks.
You do.
There's four different ones.
Yes. There's 19 tracks if you get everything.
Yeah.
Right.
And that came with stickers and all sorts of other little stuff too.
I love that.
So
I love that bands now, when they were bands like Def Leppard, where they're making a big splash with physical media again, releasing that just like 73 on 45. That's I love that. Putting the stuff out there, just covering all the bases with CD, DVD, everything. Right
there, they are.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
But those are vinyl, so yeah.
Well, we'll have to save those for another day. I could do a whole show on 7-inch vinyl. So
yeah, me too.
maybe we should.
I have a few.
Do you have anything else, Jeff?
No, not in that round. All my next stuff is going to be unofficial Def Leppard.
Except I like that.
You made me think of something that I'm going to go grab while Mike goes on.
Okay. And I have two stacks that I didn't organize, so I'm just kind of going random here. But let's grab something I don't think Chris has, which is Hysteria live in Las Vegas with the Japanese bonus track.
You are correct. I don't have that. I just have the US version.
This is something that I bought to complete my Def Leppard review series that I never completed. I was reviewing, and I always use Wikipedia as a handy source when I need to quickly look up chart numbers or release date, whatever. So I went to the Wikipedia article, which I may never have read before, and it said bonus track. And I'm like, oh God, what do I do? What do I do? So I went on Discogs and I bought it. And so I ended up reviewing this in 3 parts, which was the CD, the CD1, CD2, and the CD bonus tracks. And now, of course, because I can't read Japanese, I can't tell you what the CD bonus track is. So let's just take a quick peek inside. Acoustic Medley Live.
Ah.
There you go. So there's the track list, and it's Acoustic Medley Live.
That's the bonus track? That
is the bonus track, yes. So I did that as a third separate review when I finally got this Japanese version. But that's not the first time that I've ordered something because I was working on a review and realized I wanted a more complete track listing. Right. Nor will it be the last time that I've done that. I'm just going to pick one other before we go back to Chris.
Yep.
So let's just we'll look at this one. Oh, no, this one. I don't think Chris has this. I'm not sure. We were talking about it earlier this week.
No, I do not.
Okay.
I used to. Is that the gold?
It is.
I had that back in the 90s, and I sold it for like $100 and some, and
Yeah, they're pricey.
And now I'm like, dang it.
You could probably sell it for double that now.
I was gonna say more than that even.
Yeah.
This one's in beautiful condition. It has this cardboard sleeve still in, not really a sleeve, cardboard info sheet still intact. There's the track listing on the back. The actual CD back cover is different. But what I love about these was these really weird, funky jewel cases they came in. They were so unique. So we're going to show the audience, and then we'll get a gasp from Mike Vargo and in behind there. But check this out.
Ooh. Oh, I like that. I've never seen that.
Neat? I have two of these. I have Pyromania and Signals by Rush.
Cool.
And these tended to be found at the Future Shop, if you remember that. The Future Shop stocked a lot of these. This is barely played. This was my only version of Pyromania for many, many years. I didn't buy a second version of Pyromania until the 2 CD Deluxe came out. And now I need the new Super 40th anniversary. I need it badly. But, you know, my wish list is extensive, and it just keeps escaping my weekly.
Tell me about it. You should see my Discogs want list for Def Leppard stuff. It's very
I'm curious, before we head into your next round, I'm curious, how many actual physical formats do you own Def Leppard on?
So we've got oh man, I as far as I know, I think everything other than if there was anything released on DAT tape. I don't have that.
Do you have the 8 track?
I've got 8 tracks. I have 3 8 tracks. I have laser disc. Obviously the 3-inch CDs, CD, 45, 12-inch singles, regular LPs. So I think that's everything format wise. Oh, I don't believe there would be any, but the only album that could possibly be reel to reel might be On Through the Night.
Yeah, I don't know if there is, but you're right. That's probably the only one that would possibly.
Yeah, I've never seen any sign that there is a real version, but you never know.
I'm going to answer Mike's question here real quick. Yeah. I'm going to go into my music folder here, and I'm going to read off all of the bonus tracks on the 2 Japanese editions. This is just the easiest way to do it rather than open up the CDs. So Diamond Star Halos, we have 4 bonus tracks. They are Angels Can't Help You Now stripped version, This Guitar Joe only version, Goodbye for Good This Time avant-garde mix, and Lifeless Joe only version. So those are the 4 bonus tracks. You get 2. Sorry, you get 2 on each of the Japanese imports. There you go. And Mike is like,
thanks for the question, Mike.
All right. Right. Or I'm losing track of where we are, but where are we?
I'm diving in.
All right.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
This is a cool. I love the packaging on this, and I love the booklets and then that's in this. This is one of my favorite covers that they do. Action. Yeah. This is the limited edition UK. This is a really interesting box. So it opens up like so.
I've never seen anything like that.
Right. It's very thick. It opens up like that. It's got the booklet there. And what's cool about this is really great for collectors. What's cool about the booklet is it's got the listing of all of the up to that point.
Oh my.
All of the different singles, etc., that were released from all the various albums, and the catalog numbers, the formats, and the dates. Right? So Wasted was released November 17th, 1979 in the UK. These are UK dates.
Right.
But that's really this was a really fun thing to pick up. And it's got Joe's demo of 2 Steps Behind, and it's got the live version from the Don Valley show of Love Bites, which still needs a proper full release. Def Leppard, if you're watching, release the Don Valley show.
Now I'm trying to think, Chris, is that Love Bites? That's not on the regular single, the US or UK normal singles that I've seen. Is that where's that from? Where can I buy that? Is that on anything?
This
That specifically that
just
version of Love Bites. Is that on anything?
I don't think so.
I'm thinking, John, does that ring any bells?
No, it does not.
I don't think it is.
So, Chris, you just pissed me off because now I realize there's a Def Leppard track out there that I need.
You got to find this bad boy. But this is one of my it's rare, but it's not crazy rare. It's just a cool, different version of I've never seen any CD single packaged like this.
No. In
that fashion. So
I was afraid something like this was going to happen tonight, where I find out there's a track out there that I don't have.
And now Mike's gonna think about is how he's gonna find this thing.
Like I can feel it settling into my skull right now. This like thumping, like my wallet is speaking. Anyway, go ahead with your
all right,
and try not to make me cry.
Next up, let's do something from a little more recent, the self-titled 2015 album.
Yeah,
everybody, this is it's not sealed. It's just inside a sleeve. So this is that album, but I don't know how well it's going to show up.
I see. Yes, the lenticular cover.
The lenticular cover.
Oh, okay.
So it's got the booklet in a little kind of pouch there, but you can hear the.
Mine's not lenticular.
I love doing that.
No, I've never seen this version. I mean, I think I've heard of it.
So this one is German. This is a German issue with the lenticular cover. So I just thought, again, that was something that was just different that I hadn't seen. I was like, oh, I got to have that. I love this album as a whole. When it came out to me, it was a return to like, man, this is like more along the lines of Euphoria, that Def Leppard sound, and has so many tracks that I really enjoy.
I love the one with all of them singing.
Yeah.
And I think the Japanese version of the album has the song with just Joe singing, but John's right. That's the version that I go for. Yeah. For all the tracks, you needed to buy the Japanese version and the, Classic Rock Magazine version. The one that came. If you get those two, then you get every track, some demos, and yeah.
All right.
That's
one
great.
More. And I will tease you with, this will be the introduction to a few more that I've got. So we saw a 3-inch CD earlier.
Ooh.
This is Japanese. These were released in Japan I haven't opened it. This one's sealed. It's really cool because it's also got the lyrics on the back. Hard to see. And this is Love Bites with Pour Some Sugar on Me, 3-inch CD single with the long box, if you will, packaging.
That's more like the long boxes that I remember seeing in the stores, although not from Japan.
Right.
So that's almost like a double A-sided single.
Correct. Exactly. Wow. Which they did a little bit of on a few things that I've got. But I love the Japanese. I gotta get more into the Japanese releases because there's so many unique ones out there. Yeah. But to your point, Mike, the pricing, the shipping, if you're buying,
have to buy a lot at one time to make it worth it.
It just kills you.
And even then, the exchange and it can get expensive and it can get tedious. And hi, Ralph, thanks for tuning in. And I have to assume he's talking to you, John.
Definitely not me.
Definitely not me.
Definitely not me.
All right, John. So that's your cue. Do you have anything else you want to show?
My last official is a CD, but it's a CD video.
It's
the laser disc for In the Round, In Your Face.
Oh my God. See, that's a format I don't own.
Yeah, I don't have a way of playing it.
Yeah, right.
But when I saw this, it was one of those I just had to grab that one. So it's technically a CD.
You're right.
It's just really, really big. So do you have this one?
I do.
Hang on a second. There we go. There we go. So there's another copy.
Now I was about to say there's that one too. I don't have that one yet. So,
oh my goodness.
That's awesome.
And up here also, let me just pull it down quickly, is
they made him that late in the game.
Yeah, I was really surprised.
Wow.
So this was 1993 when Visualize came out.
Okay, now I've got another one to get. I knew there was Historia. I didn't realize that
Yep.
one was available.
And you know
I'll
what?
point
I
out-
will say, guys, if you're looking for picking those up, I was surprised that they were reasonably priced.
Yeah, well, mine, I saw Def Leppard 3 times on Hysteria. Not once did I buy the tour book.
Oh,
So I decided I'm into tour books too. Mostly Kiss, but I had to have that one from Hysteria. Well, they were going for like $50
yeah.
on eBay. Well, this one guy in Hawaii had it for $50, but he had this included with it. So naturally I went with his because I got a little more bang for the buck out of it.
That's amazing. That's a great price. Yeah, I didn't pay what you would think those might be going for. They were quite reasonable.
Yeah. I might need to get the other two just to complete the set.
Absolutely, you do.
Never listened to them, but
They're
fun to
beautiful,
have.
though. I mean, I'm not going to ask you to take it out, but to look at one of those discs out of the sleeve, that big 12-inch shiny disc, it's so cool.
yeah.
For a format head like us guys, it's so
I looked at player prices on eBay. They're a little bit. It was more than I was willing to pay to get a player.
and you're probably going to have to do some servicing at home when you
Probably,
get it, replace
yeah.
some belts and clean
so I
things.
didn't bother.
Yeah.
I didn't bother.
Yeah. So, all right. Now I've got some stuff. These aren't old. They're not really rare per se, and they're not official. This is
There we
Def
go.
Leppard's First Strikes 1978-79. There's a lot of different versions of this. I went with this particular one because it had more songs. There's 19 tracks on here.
I've never seen that version, John, with that cover.
Right.
I've been looking for the CD First Strike, it's called, with a
Yeah.
different with this cover. I have the cassette.
Yeah, this has all those tracks on here.
Plus more.
Plus
That's the version Chris's cover is the one that I've seen. Yeah.
That's the one I originally wanted because it's so old. It's one of those classics. I'll probably still pick it up. But when I was going for just songs, this one had 19 tracks. So
Yeah, that's got
Yeah.
everything.
I went with that one.
That's how I decide too, whichever has the most tracks. Look at
Great
that.
cover.
That's great. I love it. I love the shots of the band.
Yeah, they really
They were children.
They were
Yeah,
They
they
were
were
literally
kids,
children.
But yeah, they did a great job on the packaging. And it sounds great. So I
That's
couldn't
really
pass
cool.
that
I
one.
love that one.
But yeah, recorded in England between November 78 and December 79. So all live tracks.
Does it say on yours who issued that? I'm wondering if it's the same company that.
This says On the Air.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, On the Air is the company
Interesting.
for this one.
Interesting.
They probably just burned those tracks and added some more.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But who cares? Because like,
Exactly.
yeah, if you're going to get a version, 19 tracks is a pretty good version.
Yeah. And then I don't know why I bought this next one because we have
Because you're a collector.
we have this show in a released format and stuff. Not this show, but a show from this tour. So this is Def Leppard from Seattle,
Oh, yeah.
August 3rd, 1983. It's just a cheap little 2-disc set. It's not, it's nowhere near as good as the version we get on what's the LA show?
Yeah, from Pyromania.
From Pyromania,
yeah.
yeah. So this has all those songs on it, maybe slightly different track list. It's not smoothed out. It's not perfect. It's pretty raw.
It's raw, yeah.
Um,
Those are a fun
but-
listen.
it's a fun listen. Yeah, it's a fun listen. So that's that one.
That's cool.
And
I
then
gotta
again,
get
I
more
have-
bootlegs. I know there's a lot of bootlegs out there. I got to get on the hunt for some of that stuff.
yeah, I've
And
got
you
to
know,
get more. I've got
we're at
3
a
more to do,
stage-
and we'll wait till later.
We're at a stage in music history when bands of Def Leppard's ilk, like Kiss, for example, are releasing officially albums
Right.
of that sonic quality.
Right.
So, why not?
Yeah, why not?
At this point,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And the fans will buy it, right? Like guys like us, we'll consume it. Like,
Right.
give us more.
Yeah.
And, you know, to John's credit, you know, if you're in the wild and you see something like that sitting on a shelf, you buy it generally.
Yeah.
When I'm shopping online, I don't necessarily go on Amazon and buy every single Def Leppard recording that they have, because when you get into the radio broadcast, there's a lot. But when you see one in the wild, it's just much more easy to say, yeah, that looks like something I want.
Me too.
Oh, I mean, if it's something, if I'm in the wild and it says Def Leppard and I don't have it,
Yeah,
it's coming home with me.
Yeah, me too. Me too. 100%.
I don't care what the price is. It's coming home.
Absolutely.
It needs to be adopted and taken home.
And brought to a good home, a lovely home.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, Mike, you're up.
I'm up. Okay, so I'm going to make this the last round. If you have nothing else, John, do you have anything else?
I have 3 more.
Do your 3 more. I'm going to do my last round, and then we're going to close on Chris and the adrenaline set and whatever else he's got left.
Oh my God, guys!
We'll make it an extended last turn, but I only have like one or 2 more things.
Oh,
Right,
that's
this one's
cool.
Live bites.
Live bites.
There's no information on this one. I can't find anything that says what show this is.
Well, they were playing slang. We know this.
Yeah. So that's
Well, yeah, we know. I know it's the mid '90s.
Yeah.
Because it has slang. Work it out. It's not a full show, so
Work It Out is hard to find live.
it's just says live bites, and so I think they just pieced together some songs
From the tour.
from the
From
tour.
tours, maybe.
Yeah, from the tours. Unless
That's cool.
it's possible it's from this one. This is my favorite one. Second favorite. This is Montreal.
Yeah.
What
And
was
of course,
it, 1996?
and of course, this is legendary because of the Phil shot on the front cover.
Yeah. Yeah, he stopped wearing shirts sometime in the 90s.
Yep.
And then sometimes in the 2000, he stopped wearing hair. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
this is
I
2 disc set, full show. Phenomenal show. I've seen this one on vinyl, and I really want to get the vinyl. So,
That would be nice to
because
get.
I don't have the boot, I only have one Def Leppard bootleg on vinyl. I need more. So
They're hard to find.
That one I want.
yeah.
So I was in a store. I was telling Mike about the store I was in, not far from where I live. That is my new favorite record store, and it's a collector from Ireland, and he's got so much Kiss stuff, John, including 8 tracks. But
I have
Def
a
Leppard
bunch.
stuff. He had a Def Leppard bootleg vinyl, and I don't know if it was that. It might have been the money. Anyways, he was going to give me a break on the price. It was $300.
Whoa.
He said he'd give it to me for $225, but I had already spent $500. Oh, I didn't buy it. So I'll go back for that one. But anyways, yeah, it's the vinyl ones are definitely collector's items for sure.
Yeah, mine is from an early 80s show. Just one of the coolest covers on it. And I thought it was the show that was released on the early years, but it's from that tour. It's not the same show. And it's as good a quality as what was on the CD early years thing. So
yeah, some of the bootlegs are just brilliant quality. Like
yeah,
the sound is amazing. And like I said, the raw ones are just fun to hear a band in that era, right? Live and no overdubs, no like nothing. Just here's the boom.
And they sounded so good. Pete Willis on guitar was just
so good,
killing it. I mean,
absolutely,
he was so good.
He was.
Yeah. And this is from 1999 Tokyo.
There.
So,
spoiler alert, we're going to be talking about some of these tracks in a little bit.
These are the Japanese broadcast.
That's cool.
Is that
look at
Neil
that.
Sean?
Journey.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Neil Sean, John Cain, Ross
Valerie.
Steve Clark. And this is 1999. He's not supposed to be in that one. So
that's got to be
Neil Sean
in 83, 84.
But yeah, the CD's got the both CDs have the same picture on it.
That's very cool.
Back when Neil Sean and John Cain were still speaking to each other.
Yeah.
Do a whole show on that.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, I would love to do that, but I think Tim Derling would.
Yeah, he might be upset.
He'd block me or something.
Yeah. So that's my last bootleg.
Well, that's wicked, John. And
those are great. I love the bootlegs, John. Those are amazing. I only have a little bit of bootleg stuff, but Mine is burned copies on CD from a collector friend. I
Oh.
don't have any of the actual packaging, which
I'm a sucker for bootlegs. Like Kiss, I have about
oh, you must have a ton.
I have a lot. Like 25 or 30 vinyl.
They've got to be one of the most bootlegged
Yeah.
rock bands around, right?
Absolutely, they would be.
Yeah.
There's other bands that might be a little bit more because they openly encourage taping at their shows.
Zeppelin's got the most.
Zeppelin, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you go back to the Grateful Dead, and of course that becomes the whole. You could probably count on your two hands the number of Grateful Dead shows that weren't taped or something like that.
Totally.
But and then you get into the modern era with those instant live discs that Kiss has, and I would love if there's this guy on my Facebook that has the box set with all of them.
Oh, I only have one.
I have 3.
Yeah.
But so many bands have done those. Metallica, you can order dozens of live albums. The Cult did a number of them. If Def Leppard ever did that, I would have to. Yeah, I'd have to seek therapy.
Yeah, me too. I'll get in trouble.
But John showed off 2 bootlegs from the Slang era and the Euphoria era, and they had some tracks on them from Montreal and from Tokyo.
Cool.
Well,
let's see what
some of those tracks were officially released back in 2001-ish.
Yeah.
And I guess I should tell the story, right? Oh, and take care, Henry. Thanks for watching, buddy. Really appreciate it. Every week, Henry Wright. Okay, so John knows the story. Chris knows the story. Back in 2001, Def Leppard released 11 official live downloads on their website, defleppard.com, which was brand new. They were promoting that on their tour. We have this brand new website called defleppard.com, and they released 11 tracks officially. I downloaded all 11 and burned them to a CD.
Smart.
That is what I'm going to show you. This is the CD that I made. I didn't know what to call it. So
oh, wow.
It was live and downloaded from the internet, so I called it Interlive.
Interlive.
I've everybody can make up their own title, but
okay, that is very cool.
Printed the front cover on blue paper. Printed the back
cover.
And there's the track list.
Wow.
All 11 songs. And then the story goes, a number of years ago, I was contacted by a gentleman that works for the record company. And he essentially said, Def Leppard don't have these tapes. They're lost. And they're putting out a box set. Would you be willing to send me the tracks? I'll make it worth your while. I was like, are you kidding? Like you're representing Def Leppard and you want me to send you tracks? So I was like, yeah. Here's the actual CD, by the way. Retro. Look at that magic marker
one, yeah.
Apparently, though, I must have mixed up this little backing. This was just I just put this in here to give it some rigidity because it's just a slim piece of paper.
Right.
But there's the actual CD, and I can't remember the details. You can find them on my website, but they ended up using, I think, 5 or 7 of these tracks.
And you're mentioned in the box set.
And that box set, which is this one. I think it's this one right here. Yeah. So I am included in Rarities Volume 4. My tracks, I believe. Well, no, Rarities Volume 2 has the live stuff. Anyway, doesn't matter. Anyway, Rarities on this. Yeah. The guy, he sent me this box set as a thank you, and he put my name in rather big, bold print.
It is.
Yeah, it was huge. You had your own line and everything.
Yeah. And as it turns out, as I mentioned on John's website when I commented when he reviewed this, they ended up releasing more tracks from, I think, the Tokyo show or the Montreal show, one of the two, releasing more tracks than I actually sent them. So they must have actually found the master tapes in between me sending them these tracks and them releasing the box set, and they still thanked me and everything.
That's great.
And
that is so cool.
Yeah, like dream come true kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the gentleman from the record company has kept in touch with me over the years, and we talk. He's been responsible for the Kiss Off the Soundboard series and the Creatures of the Night box set. So
yeah, when's 4 coming?
Don't.
Yeah.
Volume 4. I still
I
need the
to
rest of
complete my
picture.
shelf.
Yeah.
I have a theory, which is they're waiting to release more stuff before they put out 4.
Yeah, well,
you
the
got
next
what?
one, the Bramall Lane, will be the next one, I think. The Bramall Lane show. So we just got the Lead Mill one, right?
Right. That was just announced. Was it today?
Yeah, today. And so
Right.
the Bramall Lane people are thinking that's going to be out soon. So
And
maybe
then
a
we
little-
also have the 73 single that John showed us, which does that mean we're going to see some new music in the future? I don't know. I hope we'll see
Probably.
an actual record of some kind, be it an EP or an album.
Right.
But, that's actually rather quick turnover for them because Diamond Star Halos was 2022.
Exactly.
So anyway, I have talked enough. Chris, what else do you have?
I've got a bunch of stuff. You just tell me when to stop.
Okay, so let's go till 8:15.
8:15. Okay, so I'll get through a bunch. I love long boxes, and this is so nice. Adrenalized sealed long box.
That's incredible.
So just beautiful to look
insane.
at. And then on the back, all the track listings, etc. Couldn't pass that one up.
That brings me back to shopping in record stores in the 90s.
Because when you're flipping through the long boxes.
I mean, that's what I would have bought. And to think I threw that away. And
well, that's it. I bought this in long box. I tore it open, ripped it, shredded it, and chucked it.
You know what? I had 3 albums in long boxes when I first started buying CDs. Helix, Over 60 Minutes With, Tesla, Mechanical Resonance, and I think the third one might have been Dr. Feelgood, but I can't remember. Anyway, I kept them for years. I carefully flattened them and saved them. And then one year, would have been about 1998, I moved to an apartment, moved out of the parents' house, and
we got rid of them.
Who would have thought?
I know, right?
A piece of cardboard.
I know.
Yep.
And
that people ripped and discarded.
There are guys selling just the boxes on eBay. Like they don't have a CD in them, and they're going for a pretty penny.
I get it.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'll show off these 3 at the same time. More mini discs.
Oh, cool. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we've got Let's Get Rocked. And I love this. Just about sums up our feelings about life. And it's got Only After Dark on there, same as the singles that we got. We've got Armageddon It.
Oh my goodness, with 3 B-sides.
Yeah, it's got Pour Some Sugar on Me, Animal, and Ring of Fire.
Interesting. So it's almost 3 A-sides and a B-side.
Yep. And then we've got
wow.
Have You Ever Needed Someone So Bad? And it's got same as from the inside, same as the regular 45 release.
Wow.
I love these. There's a couple more I don't have that I'm trying to track down, but these are not cheap. So I've been kind of just holding back on those.
I have a stupid question. When you buy something like that and it's not sealed, do you play it?
Yes.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, I do. These are cool. These are cool. These are CD videos.
I remember these.
Yeah, these are all UK releases. So, and they're gold. So I'll take that out so you can see it. So they're gold. So it's got the video for the song. So it's got the video for Animal, extended version of Animal, and Tear It Down. And so I can't play these because these are PAL. They're not.
Now, if you were going to play them, would that be a Laserdisc player? Or is that a different player entirely?
It might play on Laserdisc if it has PAL capability. But PAL was what the European video format was, right? Good question.
I've always wondered because I saw a few of those at retail in the past. I think Kiss, Hide Your Heart. And I don't think it was a PAL. It might have been. I don't remember.
Right.
But I always wondered, like, if I bought this, could I play it on a Laserdisc or a DVD player?
You might be able to play it on Laserdisc potentially.
And we have a question for you from Mike. Any of these things that you're showing now, these mini discs or long boxes, are any of them dating back to the time of release that you bought them?
Of the mini discs,
or are they all later in your collection?
Of the mini discs, none of them are original. No.
Okay.
None bought by me back in the day.
Yeah. That was
The mini discs weren't available. Those were Japanese, so I wouldn't have even been able to buy them here.
right. Like, where would we have?
We
You couldn't have ordered them. There was no way to order them.
No.
The only way you could have bought those is if you happen to be at a record collectible show and one of the vendors happened to have them, and then it's like a 1 in a million shot.
Exactly.
And that's
Nice.
There's Rocket CD video, so it's got Rocket, the video, live version of Rock of Ages, the radio edit, and that classic Release Me by Stumpus Maximus and the Good Old Boys.
My absolute favorite. I remember buying the vinyl, the 7-inch picture disc for Armageddon with that on the B-side.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand what was going on. I thought, well, they put another band. They put a different band on the B-side. Why?
It was very strange.
I played it and I was like, this band fucking sucks.
And then he burps halfway through it.
Yes.
So this is Rock of Ages. Now this is not released in 1983.
No.
When the came out. This was released like in the timeline that the Hysteria singles were released. But it's got Rock of Ages, Stage Fright, Billy's Got a Gun, and Too Late for Love, plus the video for Rock of Ages.
Now, considering Kiss and Def Leppard were both on the same label and they both put out those CD videos, I wonder if that's a label thing. That
Could
one
very well be, yeah.
Tim Derling, where are you? Hello. And hi to Grant Arthur, by the way. Thanks for joining me,
Grant. And he says, what the hell?
Yes. All the physical media. Well, Grant, it's me, buddy. It's me.
This is another very cool. I have two of this, and this one I was happy to find because the original one is missing the poster, but this is Stand Up, Kick Love into Motion, limited edition poster digipack.
So that would have been a little fold-up poster that they stuffed into
There's the poster. I haven't. This is the poster.
It's attached.
It's attached. So I haven't ripped it to take it out, but it folds out into a full poster of the band. This is Australian.
Wow.
So it's got, look at the
Elected.
Let's Get Rocked Live and She's Too Tough.
Elected was one I had trouble tracking down when it was released.
I
first heard it on a jukebox of all things, Elected. And I was like, well, here's a B-side I don't have.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's a bootleg.
Def Leppard, Under Fire. Phil on the front with Joe at that was the Castle Donington show that shot was taken at.
The classic Phil white jacket with the epaulets on the shoulder.
Yep.
Metal Memory. I think I have something on Metal Memory.
Yes. So you can see, I don't know if you can see it. There's the listing of everything they put out.
A discography. There it is. Oh, of Metal Memory. Y&T. I see Y&T, Aussie, a few Def Leppards.
Maiden.
It's hard to read. Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Judas Priest.
So this is the songs on this, the 12 songs are from the Dortmund show, which was a big one in 83, and the Reading Festival from 1980.
Oh, wow.
80. Wow.
Yeah. So that was a cool find. This is an Italian release.
There's a lot of Italian bootlegs.
A lot of Italian bootlegs, yeah. What's another cool one here? I'll save that other one for the end.
Yes.
This is a picture disc CD of Two Steps Behind. Mega Rock, limited edition picture disc.
Now, on a personal note, when that picture came out with Viv in the overalls and his hair blowing in the wind, I thought, okay, overalls. Okay.
Def Leppard going grunge. Look at the shirt Phil's wearing too, right?
Yeah.
Well, the fact he's wearing a shirt.
On the fact he's wearing a shirt. Yeah. So that was a cool one.
Italian gray market. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
They must have had legal loopholes back in the 90s when these things were coming out.
Tons of stuff from Euphoria. These are 2 packs of So Goodbye, but there's 2 versions. This is an enhanced CD with the video. Breathe a Sigh.
I'm missing. No, I have that now.
Very nice.
That's from the Slang, obviously. Promises, promo single.
Ooh.
Radio.
In store June 8. A date.
There you go, Nate. I'm going through these quickly, but just because slang, promo single.
See, these are the kind of promos that I prefer. They at least have some kind of artwork on them.
Exactly, right?
And to me, that's more valuable than a promo without any kind of artwork, which is common. Oh,
the sampler. Okay.
How many tracks?
You've got 6.
6. Huh.
Waterloo Sunset, Animal, Sugar, Love and Hate Collide, Photograph, Let's Get Rocked. For promotional use only, not for resale.
So if you had that, you wouldn't have to go out and buy the thing for Waterloo Sunset.
Exactly. The UK CD picture disc single of Armageddon It.
With the Atomic Mix, which was very hard to get before that Hysteria box set came out.
The Atomic Mix, and then it's also got Ring of Fire, Animal, and Sugar. These are the bootlegs I have. They're just copies that my friend from the UK made for me. But cool stuff. So 1979 at the Hammersmith supporting Sammy. 2003 at Birmingham Carling Academy. Exeter 1996. And Carling Academy in October 2003, Birmingham, UK. So those are fun. I'm going to...
There it is.
Bring out this bad boy.
Oh.
So this is the limited edition CD singles collector's box. So you bought this and it had Let's Get Rocked in it. So there's the hype sticker. I love that it still has the hype sticker on it.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So part 1 was this whole piece with Let's Get Rocked. And then you can see there's 4 CDs total in this set. That includes previously unreleased tracks, which is great. But the first one includes Only After Dark and Women. So we open this up, we pop it open, and this is what it looks like.
That's what I remember. I've never seen a version with the lid, Chris. That's the only thing I've seen was this.
So that
lifts up.
And look how it forms the eyeball.
And so I lined them up as best as I could to form the eyeball. And so
with
this
the logo, oh my god, it's even better. It's even better than I imagined.
Even better. So it's Heaven Is. Have you ever needed someone so bad? And Make Love Like a Man.
And even those all look nice together.
Yeah, and this one now I think what the guy did that I bought this from, he obviously didn't include the jewel cases, but he put the covers in there, which I'm glad he did. That way now I've got those. I have all of those separately as CD singles too.
Yes.
Jewel cases, but this was just, I love just the packaging on this, the way they did it. And that this one is in mint condition. It's got still the barcode on it, the whole works, right? So you can find them out there. They're not crazy rare, but they're not cheap. And it's hard to find with hype stickers intact and all of the pieces inside, right?
Well, all these years, I don't think I put together that those CD singles, the artwork on the picture disc kind of form that eyeball because I haven't seen that version.
Well, here's the thing, Mike. So the CD singles that we got here they don't do that.
Yeah, that's what I have one of those eyeball singles, only one.
Exactly. Those are UK. That's why those are UK releases. I got to show one more thing because this is my holy grail. I have 2 Def Leppard holy grails. One is I don't own this. I'm showing you a picture of it because it's what I want.
Okay. Okay, so people out there, if you could help Chris out.
So currently these very rarely come up for sale. And there is one for sale right now, and it's 4,400 Canadian. It's the Adrenalize.
What is that?
This was issued only to Def Leppard Rock Brigade fan club members in 1992. So this is an Adrenalized box set. 500, I believe, were issued. That contains the Adrenalized CD, 2 other CDs. I can't remember what they are offhand. Lithograph, signed lithograph by the band. And this wooden, very nice, elegant wooden box.
Look at Roger's comment. What
You jerk. So that along with the original Def Leppard 7-inch single that Joe had his dad borrow money and he
right.
That's on my list too. But that is the CD box set is currently out of reach at 4,400 Canadian. If you go on Discogs, you'll find it. You'll see it, guys.
Well, you could always sell your car and take the bus.
So that I just had to throw out there as like, that is my ultimate goal at some point. If I win some money, that's going to be on my, and the crazy thing is the Discogs one that's up for sale does not include the lithograph and it's still $4,400. So the signed lithograph isn't in there.
We have Jex Russell in the house, and Jex, I'm just going to ask you to go back and watch from the beginning because you were going to hear a lot of ooh and ah. Wow.
So there you go. There's still tons of stuff sitting here, but we could take another hour just to do.
And Peter Kerr in the house. The curse is real. Yes.
There's the shot of me with the band.
Nice.
Wow.
Glad I did that. Glad I did that in 2018 before COVID because they don't do that anymore where your arms are around them. So
that's special. Well, we're going to have to do this again. Maybe vinyl, maybe 8-track tapes or what have. Actually, speaking of 8-track tapes, because at the end of every show, I like to plug what we've got coming up.
Yeah.
And I am working on a video collaboration with Tim Derling and Aaron from the Keeps Me Alive website. And I will just give you a sneak preview of my portion of that video. So there's some 8-track tapes for you. Some Triumph.
Triumph 8-tracks.
Some Triumph. And this one's especially cool to me, Styx Cornerstone.
I think I have that one.
On 8-track?
Yeah. I have about 4 or 5 Styx ones.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Or maybe 3. I don't know.
You have a player, John?
No, of course not.
I do. I bought one.
Did you?
It works.
I have about 50.
It's a Radio Shack, old Radio Shack player.
Yeah. I have like 58 tracks and I don't have a player. Yeah.
That's a good collection, John.
Yeah, that's a really good collection.
Yeah, I've got the first 5 Van Halen. I've got
Kiss,
maybe 13, 14 Kiss albums. And then just sporadic Led Zeppelin, Thin Lizzy.
Wow. That's an impressive collection.
And then I got Aldo Nova's debut, which is my prize.
Really?
That was thanks to Tim.
That is
yeah. So anyways, look for that video in the coming weeks. Hopefully not too long. We have some 8-track action coming as a collaboration between Aaron and Tim and myself. Chris, you are on Twitter at Rock My Tweets. You post daily. What do you got anything cool coming up that you're excited that you're posting?
The usual stuff. So you can find me My Rock and Roll Heaven at Rock These Tweets on Twitter, My Rock and Roll Heaven on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm just continuing to post my love of rock music from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and today. I love being a hired gun on podcasts like this great one. So I look forward to doing more of that. But yeah, lots of great music history. I'm big on new rock music. There's a ton of great new bands out there that people really need to, get out there and discover and support. So I post a lot of new rock music. So you can, if you're ever interested in, shoot me a note. If you're interested on learning about some new rock bands, I can recommend a ton of them. And yeah, look forward to doing this again soon, hopefully. It's been great being here with you guys.
It's been great having you, my friend.
It's been fun.
And John T. Snow, looks like you have a request for an upcoming episode of the collection.
Yeah, 8-track episode.
Well, I've actually I bought a box of 40, so there's already an episode I posted a month or 2 ago.
I'll have to go look.
That big box that I bought. So that was my bulk of my stuff. But coming up, I've got on Monday night, my buddy Deke and I are going through our 4th Queensryche album.
Operation Mind Crime.
And then for my retro rock review, I've got Janis Joplin's Pearl is up next.
That's unexpected.
And then on the site, Bon Jovi's winding down. I'm actually done writing my Bon Jovi series, but they just all haven't posted yet. Cool. So we're in the final home stretch for them. And then my Def Leppard series is going on, and it's still got a long way to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and read some of those.
Long way to go.
Long way to go. Really?
There it is. There it is. So we definitely will have to reconvene and talk Leppard again.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe some of the other bands that we like, such as
absolutely.
Lee Aaron and stuff like that. I think Chris
Chris
might be a fan of Lee Aaron. I can't tell from his many photos that he's posted. Okay. Well, thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I will be back next week because it's a long weekend. It's Labor Day. I will be back Sunday night, 8:00 p.m. with an album ranking that you guys are going to go nuts for. I'm going to get together with Ryan Gavalier from the Contrarians. We're going to tackle complete album ranking of Deep Purple.
That's an impossible.
That's a staggering task.
That's a staggering task, but I have a week to prepare. And,
That's all.
And I'm doing double duty because I'm reviewing also with Peter Kerr next weekend. We'll be recording an episode on this.
Emerson
so
Palmer. Yeah.
I got a lot of listening to do this week.
Busy man.
Busy. So thank you everyone for joining me.
Thanks, all.
I hope I didn't.
Uh-oh.
I didn't let the cat out of the bag too much. But anyways, I got a lot of listening to do in the coming weeks. As you guys know, I always like to go out on a song, and it is still summer, and it is still we're going to hold off this fall for as long as we can. So I'm going to post a video that I recorded with a nice beach view in it. This is a song called Curious by a band called Sandbox.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Enjoy my homemade Sandbox video. Take care, guys.
See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.